Would have got me into playing a horror game again. Yeah, I know. What's going on, everybody? This is Lobzer here, and I am back with Doki Doki Literature Club after Voodoo got me into playing it. So the vids are going to be really long because I can't cut anything. Expect like an hour and a half vids. This song is a fucking banger, dude. Let's play! Hey! I see an annoying girl running toward me from a distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw herself. Well, that is a great start for a game! That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. Whatever, alright. We used to walk to school together on days like this, and starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. And if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up. Ha! Ha! I overslept again! But I caught you this time! Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. Hey, you say that like you weren't thinking about ignoring me. Yes, I'm gonna voice act the whole thing. That's me, Lobzer. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. And I guess you don't have it in you to be me even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near the street, becoming crazily speckled with other students making the village review. By the way, Lobzer, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. Hey, that's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Bruh, did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did. It's one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sarah likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on game and me. Bruh. Also, you know what? Move on back here, because it's gonna be better because the dialogues. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you coming to me in a few years because I'm not used to real world. Trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright, alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever. It's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for another motivation. Clubs. Zoro wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori? Zoro messed up going to the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just standing here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if that's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. Eh? Mimi. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she iterated the title of vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kinda told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's still cunning as planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go! And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year class and activities. Sayori, full of energies, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. Hey, I glance around the room. Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously, you brought a boy? Wait to kill. Okay, for that girl, I'm gonna. Whatever. This one, right there, I'm gonna have to do an annoying bitch voice. And that is gonna be way too funny. Way to kill the atmosphere. Oh, Lobzer, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. Well, words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Weep! What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Itsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Itsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the one who makes cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets money. Sayori says that currently to my ear and turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy and bitch, I guess. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. So for her, I'm gonna have to do a low key voice like I just did, I guess. Whatever, alright. You'll see, alright? When they talk. Oh well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? Hey, Monica! I should stop and just read this. That's right. It's great to see you again, Lobzer. I hope this does not get reported for sexual content. Right there. Because that pose is really weird. Just look at that. It's weird. Whatever. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other well. We rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. Come sit down, Lobzer. We made room for you at the table so you can sit down next to me or Monica. Get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. How about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. I don't see it, but alright. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there's one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a rock tray and Yuri opens the faucet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table with tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Ooh, whoa! Natsuki lifts the fold off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like figured out what voice I should do for Monica, but I guess I'll see that later, alright? Well, you know, just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first and Monica. I follow. It's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around my fingers looking for the best angle to take a bite. Mitsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? Finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. Okay, that is me. Alright. This is really good. Thank you, Mitsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like a... Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything? Hey, I thought you technically did, Sayori said. Well, maybe, but not for you, you know, you, dummy. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea seat. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. Keep a full tea set in this classroom? No, don't worry, the teacher gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Hey, don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. Hey, that's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I mean, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any club yet, and Sayori seemed really happy with herself. It's okay, don't be embarrassed. Well, we'll make sure if you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You'd probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if that encourages others to get into literature and fulfilling that dream, Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised that there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it! Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Except like Yuri, because she's still in stuck. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Lobzer, what kinds of thing do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. And, another partly to myself, half joking. Mitsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that could change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after you seemed to reset mine. obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her confidence in the words of the book. Or the books, not people. But, you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with the psychological one that's truly immersive as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. Wow, not me. I read a horror book once. I'd have to grasp something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really, I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you, I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or makes me feel another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful as changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ew, I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, I just... Mitsuki's eyes followed me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Mitsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud! And give that back. Hey, your cupcakes are poems. Everything you do is just as cute as you are. So Yuri sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute! Natsuki, you write your own poems? Hey, well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No! Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities, and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. And I completely messed up the voice acting right there. I completely forgot my bad. You have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel more comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at me. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. The next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone's even. Yeah, let's do it! Plus, now we have a new member, I think it will help us get a little more comfortable with each other and share the bond. Isn't that right, Lobzer? Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. Hey, what's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I never said I would join this club. Certainly, I've convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at. That was my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes, and they're all mad. But, I'm sorry, I thought... Lobzer, you all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with this beautiful girl. What a simp, dude! What a fucking simp! Right. Okay, I decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Well, that was all the sims on it. Alright. CGI. Yes, I'm so happy with the Parkinson typing. Sarah wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Like, she like... what the fuck? Hey, you really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. And that makes it official. Welcome to the Literature Club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. I can't do that. It's like look forward to see how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Mitsuki clean up their food. Lobzer, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, so Yuri and I will never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! Alright, so we're walking home. With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mom wanders back before getting the four girls. So Yuri, Mitsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in the literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Bruh. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune would find me. I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Alright. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Alright. So I have either Soyori, Natsuki's kind of an annoying bitch, so I don't really want her. So I need to remember now that Yuri likes deep things and like horror and stuff. Natsuki likes cute things, and Sarah likes like happy things or some shit. I don't know. We didn't really talk about it, but the one that is not good for the two other girls, I guess. And that one, I can't have Monica though. That is kind of annoying though. But I mean, I guess that'll happen. Alright. So alright. I don't know, I'm gonna pick Yuri because I like her personality and like she's like super thin and I wanna know her better, you know what I mean? Alright. So Whisper. No! What the heck? Frightening. Excuse me, what? Okay, Sacker. Disoriented. Okay. That is so. Sorry. This is really weird. I don't understand. Suicide. I don't get that. No! Entropy. All the words I don't know anything about them, that's gonna be Yuri. I know that. Position. Effulgent. That's gonna work. Graveyard. After image. Meager. Okay, that is gonna work. I think it's gonna work. Hi again, Lobzer. So I'm done with the poem. Let's go. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Ha ha ha. No, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Lobzer. I hope this isn't too overwhelming. There's a commitment for you. Making your dive head person to literature while not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserts any slack. Bruh. Zuri told me you didn't even want to join any club this year. From last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take it seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth. Someone who keeps her manga collection in the classroom! Ha! She got exposed so hard, dude. I love that. That is so funny. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki flops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Lobzer always give it a stand. The dog is he's having fun. He thought he would really work well. He would be asking, like cooking, cleaning my room, automatically. Sorry, that's because your room is so messy. It's distracting. You almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. Bruh. How come you and Lobzer can become good friends too? Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she was working into. Sayori even brought you something today, you know? But wait, Sayori. Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out. So I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. That is really fun. Yes, I lowered the audio of the game again because I can't speak lowly without, yeah, you know what I mean, alright? Yeah, you know what I'm saying. And my mic also was low as heck, so that does not help at all. But yeah, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. So Yuri and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in the book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. She must be so mad. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of the book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Oh, the music changed. Crap. I think she knows me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in the book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I'm under this sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book that you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. Bruh. Yeah, definitely. I see, there's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading some of it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's a numinous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright, I just wanted to make sure that I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a Humoran experiment prison, and while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart. That's kind of dark, isn't it? You made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Yuri gently jiggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Lobzer? No, it's not bad. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kind of stories, so I don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kind of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. From what I heard, that's what this game does too, which is kind of a coincidence, I guess. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. And suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they were made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. Oh, that's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I step into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. She did it again! I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's and hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. Fun fact, Wudu said, this scene, when it's the Japanese version, it's like, flipped around. Cause, you know, like, they read from right to left, so it's like the image, but flipped. Fun fact. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. So a Chad move that the guy could do is like, you know, like the girl is here, and like the guy is here, could just do like that. That's Chad move, alright? That's Chad move right there. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page. Sorry, I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not just used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own tongue. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second guesses all of the things that she says and does. I mean, why do you say that to a girl? What? Dude. This guy, the MC of this game is everything but a Chad. Cause he looks like me. She also saying, I read that. Like, she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I'm gonna see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. Yuri remains silent for a moment. But Lobzer, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. That's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait, I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute. What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. I love how she just broke the moment. Okay. Let me tell you guys a story, alright? So, there was, like, when I was in, like, 7th grade, like, middle school, alright, first year, I met a girl, alright, and whenever I would get somewhat intimate with her and it would get somewhat cute, my sister would always come in like Monica just did, and it was really annoying. So if she does that for the whole entire fucking game, I am going to have PTSD of my sister ruining my relationships all the way during the whole game. I'm just gonna leave that there. I'm talking too much, alright? I'm doing like Yuri, I'm talking too much, and it's not necessarily a good thing to do, I guess. But, you know, it's alright. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spread from finishing her thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kinda down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, closing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright, I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer if I only read it with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright. I stand up, I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, and slip it back into my book. Put a piece of paper! Put something. Put something. Whatever that's flat. Like, Natsuki. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah, my relaxation ends.
I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait! Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. That was... I understood nothing from this sentence except that it was on a piece of paper pulled from a spiral book. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pressed-on handwriting from where I sit. Itsuki and Yuri reluctantly complies while reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? Yuri. Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. I can trust her opinion to be fair. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. Hey, what was that? Huh? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. She's like... Bruh. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. Eh? That's... I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. What kind of writing experience do you have? Use your imagery and metaphors indicate you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Well, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Yuri stares at me blankly and then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant that... Yuri shows up, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along with the words in the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly. How do you read that? Like, is it like... thoroughly? I guess it's thoroughly. Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing bits that are usually typical of new writers. I did not click this. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they fit the two together. I think she's saying that I'm bad, but it might be as well not that. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Mitsuki can be a little bit biased though. I mean, yeah, I noticed that, but biased how? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself to me or to Mitsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining street light to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bath. Calm, grating air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. I do not know what half of these words mean. So I'm just like... I don't understand, alright? I'm bad at English, okay? I admit, alright? So, shut up, I know. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Yeah, that's because all the words I didn't understand! Well, I just don't read scripts very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. I mean, I didn't understand anything of it, but I liked it. Because I'm a simp. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. Yeah, I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Yeah, but I didn't understand anything of it, so... Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Lobzer. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. So wait, does that mean that, like, all the poems that I read, I'm gonna, like, it's gonna be like, boom, big reveal, this shit happens, and, like, it's because of that poem's experience, this game is gonna fuck me up mentally, and I know it. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past. Maybe like her in writing, and writing and reading and stuff, and like literature and all. I'm understanding things right now, I think. Or maybe I'll just understand it like super later into the game. And soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solid putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too, so... Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this. But in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Lobzer. Okay, Dad. Alright. Me too. Monica. Hi, Lobzer. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Lobzer. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Great job, Lobzer. I was going oh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. Yeah, well, that's the point. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. Okay. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Yeah, I know. Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. Okay, because it was words that I know about when I did the poem, that's why it counted for Sayori, I guess. Because it was words that I fucking knew about. Yuri likes when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's really challenging to write like that effectively. Both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased towards their own kind of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Right? Haha. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to be not very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. It doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. That's what she said. Stretching forever into everything. That's what she said. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in, I was looking out, and he on the other side was looking in. And that's what she said. I don't understand this one at all either. So what do you think? It's very freeform if that's what you call it. So I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. There's a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day with capital letters. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Alright, next, Sayori. This is a good poem, Lobzer. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? Yeah, I guess you're right, but that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously, or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Oh, well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Lobzer. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined, knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah, and I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you on to that then. Yay! Now, you read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. I mean, it actually is a pretty good poem. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No! Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least it makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Oh yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah, especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. Get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah, but next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Natsuki. Lobzer, if you're not going to take this club seriously, then go home. What? Harsh. What, you expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer, maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort. We all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Bruh. Shots fired, bro. Murdered by words. And that's a pun because we're doing poems. Painful to think about. Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I'd tell you what to improve, but you're better out just trying again. Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess. Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you, you'll probably think it's stupid. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try, but that's about it. Okay, I guess. I mean, it's I don't know how to put it down, but it's like super simple and like super short, but it's alright. It's fine. I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. That is exactly the case of me seeing people on Twitch succeeding and like me just getting stuck, and like same for YouTube. And, you know, it's disappointing as heck when like there's people like you like, you know, or like you like watching that succeed and that you don't. It can be really disappointing, but you gotta bear with it and just try better, I guess. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but that made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with our last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club, after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Yuri and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrow furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that, I just meant language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it didn't really come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. So Yuri liked it, and Lobzer did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me? I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my running style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Lobzer liked my poem too, you know? He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so impressed in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Lobzer appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Why does this music sound like boss battle music? Like if I don't speak? No. And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Lobzer started showing up. Oof. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly both girls turned toward me. As if they just noticed I was standing there. Lobzer, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate this simple writing is more effective, then this would have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out of the reader, not force them to have it to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Lobzer. But wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not necessarily limiting to yourself. It's also waste. You understand that, right, Lobzer? Well, how did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. With whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So of course that's going to be Tsugi, Yuri. Help me, Sayori! Bro. Help me, Sayori! Natsuki. Tsuki glares at me, drying up any words I had in my mouth. So instead I turn to Yuri. Yuri. But Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori! Eh? Yeah. Everyone's fighting and is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this? Lobzer. Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair for others to interject with their own feelings into our conflict. Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being. She would never... It's her immaturity that's made her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes... Stop! Natsuki, Yuri. You guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I do love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented, so why are we fighting? Because, well, also, Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were. Bruh, what? Why do you think about that? Big and beautiful. No! Why do you talk about that? I mean, I know for sure this is not a children's video game, but... Sayori stands up triumphantly. Maika stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Tsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sayori is vice president. I whisper to Monica. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader and I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me. Nah, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I could have, but I decided that it would be funny if I let Sayori talk. Well, I guess that just means Sayori is amazing in her own ways, isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's really suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. Next two of us, you can count on me. Bruh. Okay. This? Okay. Never mind, alright? I'm just gonna put my chair back up. Dude, okay. If you watch the videos in the reverse order, like you watch the last video and then you watch one before, you'll understand everything that happens, and I am understanding everything that happens right now because I've already played the first part of the game, and it is actually making me dying. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more. I mean, yeah, I guess. Okay, everyone, it's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about Shake Importance? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright, well, mostly. Lobzer, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow, and maybe you'll learn something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kind of poems everyone likes. Wouldn't it look, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I'll note to myself with newfound determination. Lobzer, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier? And what do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just hate Natsuki. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they make good friends with you. Phew. You know, Lobzer, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club, but I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think that everyone likes you too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. Hey. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay. Yeah. Let's do this. Okay, it's time for another poem. So I'm just gonna speed this up in the video. This was almost perfect. I think I failed one. That I put Sayori because I messed it up. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've got a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, Lobzer. Yo, Sayori. You can't say yo to a girl, dude. Come on. Come on, stop being a virgin, dude. God damn it. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just still not used to you because being in the club, that's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. but I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. Eh? That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Eh? Why that all of a sudden? No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins falls out. Oh. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair! How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and want an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forgot that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so that only leaves the one option. Ooh-ah! I give up. Don't make me feel guilty with the Parkinson. Typing the same shit. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles, my bad. I didn't notice that she was listening. Her faces in her book as always. I was listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri! Tell Lobzer to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved in like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed in my book. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You were right, though. I did something bad and now I have to accept the retribution. That. Still, coming from you, Sayori. I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys that she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But, you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Bruh. Alright, well, I mean, she's right, but it's evil. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Plop. Yeah. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. My hand. Did I just slap Sayori? Did I just slap her? Ow. What was... A cookie. Oh, someone threw a cookie in her face. Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution. Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I was just gonna give it to you. But then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Okay, okay, so Natsuki threw a cookie. I didn't slap her. Natsuki threw a cookie in her face. Alright. I'm not involved in this. Natsuki, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. She's just eating it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Sayori suddenly claps her hand over her mouth. I bit my tongue. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Oh, yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez. Beggars can be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? She's mean. Fine. So I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Ah, jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reached up to nudge Sayori off of her. Bruh, did she just do that? Did she just take a bite of Natsuki's cookie? Like, no. What? Dude. Why would you do that? Hey, did you seriously just do that? Mouth full, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Geez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monika, can you tell Sayori... Natsuki glances around. Monika isn't in the club room. Yeah. Where's Monika anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I have a feeder. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay! She's probably just has something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. Eh? You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. I mean... No. Not combined. All of them, yes, but not combined. In my personal opinion, not combined. Remove this line, right here. That's true. No, it's not! Excuse me? I mean, she's right, it's not true. Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Eh? Well, they chose the club over her boyfriend after all. They're so strong-willed. Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glanced at me. Ah, never mind that. What held you up anyway? Ah, well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kinda just lost track of time. That makes no sense though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. Wait, does that mean that she is playing the banger song? That I don't really. I kinda just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. Yeah, I always wanted to learn piano and bass and yeah, I mean I already played the drums, but whatever, alright. I like music. Music is actually really, really cool in my opinion. And yeah, she should play something for us, definitely. That's like the song at the beginning for the literature club. Of course, she did. That's... Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. Yay! That sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Lobzer. Monica smiled sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? Not really. Just Sayori taking a bite off of Natsuki's Yeah, okay. Leave it out. Alright. Sure, Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. Yeah, knowing Natsuki, she will. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. But how is it big? Like, a big cookie... They talked about a big cookie, but it could be like that, or it could be like that. And I don't know. I don't know about cookie size. Yuri is back to her book and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Hey Yuri. Eh? I suddenly noticed that Yuri is reading a different book from the one we've been reading together. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Oh no. I was kinda just waiting for you. If that's the case, why don't we go ahead and get started? Yeah, Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, kind of with a filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm going to plug this in at the teacher's desk and then we'll go get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts to her speaking mannerisms. Especially because of her long legs, Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Okay, might I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you. Yeah, why not? Shall we go then? Yeah. What are you two off to? Eh? Yuri was going to make some tea, so... I suddenly realized how weird it sounds to explain this to Monica. We're just filling the water pitcher. Oh, okay. Sorry, I was just a bit curious. That's kind of a one-person job, isn't it? Monica, please mind your own business for once. Or do you want to tell me there's something wrong with helping involve Lobzer in club activities? My mouth gapes. I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. Then let's go, Lobzer. Yuri quickly exits the room and I follow. Once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall. I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that? Yuri. Something about the way she said that. It made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me? No, Yuri. I think you did the right thing. I wasn't expecting it, but it's also not right for Monica to judge people like that. Lobzer, how come even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me? Because the thing that you do is as bad as you make it seem in your head. Nobody's perfect. We have emotions and we can't always hide them away. But you always amplify things in your head. Your mind turns a light rain shower into a hurricane. No. When you hate me for something as terrible as that? Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of friend would do that? Friend, you say? Yuri lifts her head. Lobzer, I really like being friends with you. Okay, now, did she just friend zone me or did she just tell me she loves me? Because with the music, it makes it seem like a romantic shit, but I don't know. Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you too. I feel like kind of awkward saying something like that. Honestly, I just feel awkward reading that because it's just kind of weird. But I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. Anyway. Oh yeah. Shall we go? Yeah, Yuri and I walked to the nearest water fountain. Once we fill up the water pitcher, we return to the classroom. Lobzer, do you like oolong tea? Yeah. Anything is fine. Very well. Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees. We're talking about Celsius or Fahrenheit? Because if we're talking about Celsius, it's gonna fucking burn everything. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others. Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything. In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. Perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show, and you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided that I would try expressing myself a little bit more. It turns out it's not very hard for me to do, but it's you who's around anyway. That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, Lobzer. It's very endearing. Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watch Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Lobzer, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Hey, why's that? It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall, rather than bending over at my desk. Sorry, I didn't even realize. No worries. I just have a back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. Well, actually, since she reads a lot, I'm not surprised, because it's like, if you're like reading over a desk like that, it's like you're on your phone all the time, and like that's basically the same thing. Like you're gonna break your neck, you're gonna break your back, it's gonna hurt, and it's gonna be bad. So that's why either you stop, either you hold it like in front of you, or like you lay down, and then it works. No? Whatever. Alright, I'm probably gonna cut this out anyway. Is that so? I wonder why that is. It's most likely because your posture, right? Always unsure like that while reading. Yeah, I knew! She was she gonna see her boobs? Because if she... There's a fucking fly in my house. I almost got it. I have terrible reading posture. So that's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieved the book from my bag. I have some chocolate as well. It's a bag of small chocolate candy that I kept hidden from Sayori's candy radar. I take it since it'll go well with the tea. Yuri and I then sit against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. I can't see too well. Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. Okay, she's getting flirty. She's getting flirty. MC should definitely do that chat thing of, yeah, you know, like, whatever, alright? How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hands, not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus, because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Bruh. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all of my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally managed to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumbled with the chocolate wrapper. Ah, sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. Oh, it's okay, I won't take any. Hey, are you sure? Well, if I touch it, then I might get smudges on the pages. Ah, you're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have any harder of a time reading from it. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri is already totally focused on reading again. I take up chocolate candy and pop it into my mouth. Then I take another chocolate, and I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips, as if this situation was completely natural. But that means I can stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Eh? Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened. Lobzer. Sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that. Well, you were just helping. That's something that friends do, right? I mean, not really in this kind of context, but yeah, that's all it was. Yeah. Then you don't need to stop or anything. I see. She's blushing so hard right now, I swear. The situation has gotten really tense. Yuri tries to return to the book, but I can tell just by her expression that even she can't focus now. My heart is pounding. I nervously take another chocolate between my fingers, but this time, Yuri's eyes meet mine. How did it even come to this? Yuri doesn't avert her gaze. I notice her chest rising and falling to the rhythm of her breaths. Cause he looks at that. Like, read the damn book, dude. I raise my arm. Like before, Yuri parts her lips. But it's different this time. I take the chocolate and place it in her mouth. I feel her hot breath on my fingers. Oh, dude. She do be doing like my sister so much. That's giving me PTSD, man. Ooh, ah. Yuri jolts back. It's time to share poems. Lobzer, you can help Yuri put away the tea stuff, right? Yeah, of course. Okay, thanks. The spell is abruptly broken. Yeah, I guess because of freaking book, huh? And I'll take care of the cups. Yeah. Yuri picks up the teacups from the floor. I pick up the bag of chocolates. In the end, we hastily clean up without so much as a word between us. I get the feeling this is something neither of us will have the courage to bring up. Yuri, let's see what you've written for today. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. You like it? Lobzer, this one might even be better than yesterday's. How did you even pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you the kind of techniques we're practicing. Maybe that's why. You did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try to give it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine, take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her. Yeah, I'm just being appreciated like this, I guess. It probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing, it just makes me really happy. Are you saying you've never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really, I don't believe it. I really only write for myself. And besides, people would just laugh at me. You really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Even your close friends? Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Anyway, you want to share a poem you wrote today? Yeah, I do. If it's with you. The Raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scattering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that the raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cunning knife was the symptom, the bread my hungry curiosity, the raccoon an urge. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more, lighting up of my cutting knife, the very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited, or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotion on a newly satisfied animal. The raccoon is taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood, classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread, and I feed myself again. Okay. I feel... Okay, this is way too deep. Wasted... I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can begin to imagine what this poem is about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using the poems as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's even supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's those sort of things that I'm usually forced to keep to myself. So I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Why do you keep them to yourself? Because they're embarrassing, and people will make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, Lobzer? Well, yeah, I guess I do. I feel like everyone has a little something different like that. The best we can do is respect each other and our individualities. Even if it's difficult sometimes and some things makes us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. You're good at a lot of things. Writing, listening, there really aren't many people like you, Lobzer. That's exaggerating a little bit. It's just how I feel. I never thought I would feel so comfortable sharing my writing, but now I almost feel like I look forward to it. It's just a really nice feeling, and you're content with that. It's nothing really. Yuri smiles sincerely at me. For just a moment, her timidness seems to disappear. Who should I show my poem to next? Natsuki for the lulz. Well, I can admit that it's better than the last one. It's nice to see that you're putting in some effort. That's good. But I still don't like this at all. It's trying too hard to be serious. What do you mean by that? Poems don't need to be all deep sounding to express something. It's going to just sound like you're forcing it unless you really don't suck at it. Honestly, don't bother trying to write poems like this until you're on Yuri's level. Natsuki stops short all of a sudden. Don't tell me... You're not just trying to impress Yuri, are you? Yes, I am, and I admit. I assume that I am, alright? But what are we talking about? And keep your voice down. Bruh, stop denying! Denial! You know Yuri would love this angsty. Just because she's talent writer doesn't mean... I mean, ew. Looks like I'm in trouble. And somehow struck a nerve, though what I did is beyond me. I'm so done with you. Natsuki shoves the poem I hand her back over to me. Take your stupid poem. If you wrote it for someone else, just don't show it to me. Ouch. This is what I get for letting a young girl step into my business. Unless I was a mind reader, I was destined to be in a world of pain from the start. At least Natsuki wasn't really the girl I was trying to impress in the first place. It's Yuri. Oh, I like this one, Lobzer. It has some nice feelings in it. Oh, I'm glad. Does that mean it's better than yesterday's? Let me think. I don't know. I guess I like them both. That's not very helpful, you know? Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad. But that's why I just go by my heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem. I'm not sure that that's exactly how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah, me neither. Why don't you at least try giving it some thought? You want to write something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Eh? Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try to keep it in mind. Well, whatever. Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet. Yeah. I like things that are happy and things that are sad. Happy and sad? I can't see you liking something sad, Sayori. Well, I like happy the most, but sometimes when you have a little great rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can help give the rain cloud a little hug. It makes a nice happy rainbow. Sayori, that's unexpectedly poetic. It is? Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Lobzer. I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay? Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and plug one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put in the bottle to keep it safe, and I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in bottles, all in a row. My collection makes me a lot of friends. Each bottle has a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dream. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secret hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow the stuff my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friend looked through my locked front door. Finally, all done. I open up and in come my friends. And they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They were shouting, pleading, something. But all I hear is echo, 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 inside my head. Dude. Holy crap, so you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever? Yeah, but, I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot, and I've been reading in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. What did I do? It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Oh, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself that way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah, writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Don't get ahead of yourself. Series always have a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times. Seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Monica. Hi again, Lobzer. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica. Alright, this one's good. It feels like you're not only getting more comfortable with your style, but the imagery is better than the last one I read. Just wondering, but have you been finding inspiration in Yuri's writing style? Yes. I guess so. You can't deny that she's talented. Yeah, totally. I think her poems are the most romantic. That's the best way to describe it. She's like a totally different person when she picks up a pen. I noticed that too. Or when she's talking about literature, it's like a light turns on inside her. Sadly, it's hard to get much personal conversation out of her. Trust me, I've tried. Who knows what goes in that head of hers? I hope you don't mean that in a bad way. No, of course not. I just meant that I wish she didn't keep so much to herself, but still defending her like that, you must be pretty into her. She knows, dude. Eh? You completely misunderstood. Haha, calm down, I'm kidding. No, she knows. She's just not trying to make it cringe and awkward and... So I'm pretty sure she already got a boyfriend. Wait, really? Yeah, a fictional one. Monica kind of whispers that last part to me. It's just a hunch, but, well, there's not really anything wrong. Oh, well, I know. I was just saying. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Okay. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue, an endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grinning waveforms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a charred bulk on a turntable. Like playing a fado on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me. That's what she said, but I know that's not the meaning. An endless poem of meaningless, and then there's like way too many blank space. Dude, okay, these guys' poems are so deep that I don't understand. And what? It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just the kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short made it feel like they were trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Sometimes asking what the poem's about isn't the best question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. Yeah, but why? Why do you break the fourth wall? Is it normal that she just broke the fourth wall like that? Because I'm not even in the hard part, and it's like dude. No. You never know when you might change your mind. I mean, when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay, everyone. I'm just gonna save here, because, like, then she's gonna say, like, oh, the day's over and such. So, like... So, guys, that's gonna be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. So, so make sure to like, subscribe, check out my Twitch. It's gonna be in the description below. And, yeah, so... have a nice time. I'll see you guys in the next video. So, thanks for watching, and until then, take care. Bye-bye.